Good morning, Skallywags. Spoo here with another mindless drivel, and well, it was fun while it lasted. In case you haven't heard, the horrible pandemic that we are under has officially claimed another victim. One that personally hits very, very close to home. The entire movie theater going experience. Yes, that is right, my friends. As sad as it is to say, this may be the beginning of the end for that wonderful, wonderful place that we call the theater. Anybody who knows me even slightly can tell you that, well, I'm a bit of a movie nerd. Which, by the way, do you like the lights? I added lights. So I would even go to the movie theater to see a movie that I wasn't even interested in, because if I'm gonna see it, I want to see it the way it was intended to be seen, on a giant screen with awesome sound. You see, I'm that guy that'll get out of his seat and walk several rows down just to kick you in the back of the head because you won't shut up or you won't put your phone away. If you can't put this thing down for 2 hours, then you shouldn't be at the theater in the first place. But I digress. What am I talking about? Well, basically, the two biggest movie theater chains in the world have taken what could have and probably should have been a little petty squabble. They've blown it way out of proportion, and now they have completely banned any movie released by Universal Pictures. Yes, that is correct. Universal Pictures, one of what is probably at least the top 4 movie-making companies out there, has now been banned by both AMC and Regal theaters. Why would they make such a ridiculously stupid move? Well, it's all because of a little movie called Trolls 2. No, not that Trolls 2.
Oh my God!
This Trolls 2. Trolls 2 World Tour. A movie that, quite frankly, I thought came out months ago. But apparently I was completely wrong. But that actually tells you exactly how much anticipation there was for this movie. You see, the first one actually did fairly decent at the box office. Part 2, on the other hand, well, there wasn't exactly a lot of buzz going around about it. It wasn't anticipated to do very well at the box office. But regardless, Universal had already signed the contracts with all the theater chains to release Trolls 2 into the theater. You see, in case you aren't too familiar with how the movie theater process works, movie theaters strike up a deal with the movie production companies, your Paramounts, your Disneys, your Warner Brothers, your Universals, to release X movie on X date for X amount of time. However, the majority of the money that's made at the box office from showing these movies goes back to the movie making companies where the movie originated from. The theaters make the majority of their money off of concessions, drinks, popcorn, candy, that type of thing. This is why whenever you go to the theater, you have to save up for about 6 months if you have a family of more than 3, and why it costs about $15 for a large soda. And it's because of this fact right here that AMC has actually been teetering on the edge of bankruptcy for quite some time. And while Trolls 2 perhaps wouldn't be the movie to, break that trend, the fact remains that they were going to make at least some profit off of it. I mean, here's a summer movie for kids. Kids are getting out, they're doing things, they go to the theater, they see the movie, they make the money, and okay, things move on. Another day with the doors open. But then, something unexpected happened. A global pandemic hit. So now Universal has to make a decision. Do we take this movie that isn't exactly expected to do extremely well to begin with, push it back several months, and risk people losing even more interest than they already have in it, thus potentially making us even less money than we would have made on the movie? Or, we've been talking a little while about the potentials of video on demand. What if we just skip the theater altogether, put the movie on demand, and let people watch it from the comfort of their own homes? I mean, think about it. they're all stuck at home anyway. The kids are stuck at home too, which means that the kids are driving the parents crazy because they're bored. So this will not only give them something to do for a couple of hours, which gets the kids out of the parents' hair. So this is a great idea for the parents to spend money. The other benefit being, where movie tickets can cost upwards of $15 or more per person, now you can spend one flat fee of about $15 and the entire family can watch it from home. So all those families out there that wouldn't have, taken their life savings to take the whole family out to the theater to see the movie, now they will spend the $15 to watch it from home because they can afford that. So more people spending money equals bigger payday for Universal. It makes sense. So they go ahead and decide, sorry guys, I know we got a contract and everything, but well, we gotta do what we gotta do. They break the contract and they put Trolls 2 out on video on demand streaming. That did not make the theaters very happy because, well, you got a contract, and even if the movie didn't make great numbers, it would have made some numbers, and any numbers are good numbers. But now we're missing out on any money that we would have made off of the movie at all. And then something very unexpected happened. A global No, wait, I said that one already. The movie ended up being the highest grossing video on demand opening of all time, pulling in around $100 million. Which, okay, box office wise, that number's not very astronomical. But as far as streaming goes, that ain't bad. So take those numbers and multiply it by at least 2 to 3, and that's what it would have been at least in the box office. So now AMC and Regal and the other companies out there, they're all just like, this is not happening. Universal, meanwhile, is thinking, this isn't bad. In fact, this is really good. Maybe from now on, we should just release all of our movies on demand. Or at the very least, release them simultaneously. So now, say hypothetically, you want to go see Jurassic World 3 and have the whole movie theater, awesome sound, big picture experience, you can do that. Or if you're one of those people that just hated other human beings to begin with, and then the whole notion of a global pandemic just kind of puts you even further into that spectrum, so you want to just watch Jurassic World 3 from the comfort of your own couch, hey, you can do that too. So the whole video on demand thing has been talked about by a lot of companies for quite some time now. Box office numbers, with the exception of a few blockbusters per year, have been dwindling a lot. And well, movie theaters are losing a lot of money as a result of this. Like I said, AMC has actually been teetering on the edge of bankruptcy for years, and they are the biggest chain in the world. So Universal coming out and making this giant move of just saying, well, screw the theaters, we're just gonna let half the people out there, other than true theater hardcore fans, just watch it from home. That was kind of the final straw. Now, they could have just come out and, made a statement about how they disagree with Universal and how they're angry that they broke contract with them or something along these lines. Started a feud like people in Hollywood like to do. But no. We officially ban any movie from Universal from now on. And so far, Regal Cinemas has also jumped on that bandwagon. So that's 2 of the biggest chains in the world. In fact, the top 2 biggest movie theater chains in the world that will no longer be showing Universal movies ever again. Or until they realize that that's pretty much going to force them to close the doors forever and they change their minds. So what does this mean for everybody? Well, for us, the people that like to go to the theater to see the movie, it means that depending on where you live and what other theater options you have available, you may not be able to go to the theater to see such big movies like The Purge 5, The Forever Purge, Candyman, Halloween Kills, Fast and Furious 9, Minions 2, The Rise of Gru, that Super Mario Brothers cartoon movie that Illumination Studios is working on, or as mentioned before, Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic World 3. There's some pretty big named movies in that list, and depending on where you live, you might not be able to see those movies in the theater. As far as Universal is concerned, they may say, okay, well, the two biggest chains in the world, they've now pulled out and said they're not going to have our movies anymore. And while, yes, we will still make money with video on demand, we are going to lose a bit of money from the box office, so maybe we don't release every movie on demand, at least not right off the bat. Maybe they will rethink their strategy a little bit. Or if they don't do that, if they go ahead and they decide, okay, screw the theaters, let them pull our movies, that's fine, and the whole video on demand thing keeps working for them, then it's simply a matter of time before Warner Brothers, Paramount, Disney, you name it, does the exact same thing. In fact, Warner Brothers has already announced that Scoob, their animated Scooby-Doo movie, is already going to be going to video on demand instead of theaters in May. So it has begun. The difference being with Warner Brothers that they actually kind of went to the theaters and was like, hey, you know, everything's kind of screwy right now and we got a lot riding on this movie and its release date and stuff. So I know we got a contract and everything, but is it cool if we go ahead and just, you know, put this out on demand instead? You know, just we don't want to lose a couple $1 million on this whole thing. So is that okay with you? They at least, you know, was like, hey, you know, let's communicate. They didn't just say screw you guys and do it anyway, like Universal did. So like I said, the whole thing sounds a lot like a little teenage drama. AMC and Regal, they're just upset because someone went behind their back and did something they said they weren't gonna do. So maybe we'll get lucky and they'll just get over it. Or maybe, like I said, maybe it's the beginning of the end. Only time will tell. And I certainly hope not. So what do you think, guys? Let me know down in the comments below. Check us out across all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. In fact, on Instagram right now, again, we've had people that have asked, you know, like, what's some of the stuff behind you? Can't really see it all that well, which I got lights. Look, it's all lighted up and pretty looking and stuff. But on my Instagram right now, I am doing a collectible of the day. So if you want a closer look at some of the stuff that's back there, pop on over there and check that out. And while you are out here surfing the World Wide Webs, jump on over to www.geekycool.com. It's a true one-stop shop for all things nerd. We here at Skallywag Productions, we have partnered up with these guys, so you can find our videos over there. In fact, I actually just did a live video with them back on Tuesday, and I'll be doing another one this coming Tuesday, so check that out. But you can also find articles, opinion pieces, reviews, everything from games to comics to movies to you name it. If it's a nerd or a geek type thing, you're gonna find it there. And like I said, there is also a weekly live vlog that takes place usually on Tuesday nights, and it's interactive, so you yourself can actually jump in and join in on the fun. Catch me there this Tuesday. Again, that is www.geekycool.com. Go check it out. Tell them that Skallywag Productions sent you, and we said hello. That's gonna wrap it up here, guys. Make sure you click that subscribe button because we do movies. Wow, we don't quite do movies, but we do videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thank you guys very much for watching. It means the world to me. We'll see you next time.